Guys, welcome to my channel. I'm a health and wellness coach, and each week I'll be coaching some of your favorite YouTubers. Today I'd like to introduce you to Danielle from Clean Home Simple Mama. There's a link to Danielle's channel in the description. Danielle is a self-proclaimed hoarder. I would love to coach Danielle. So Danielle, if you're out there, call me. The reason I like Danielle is because she's funny and doesn't take herself too seriously. Take a look at her first video about 5 years ago.
Hello. My name is Danielle and I have a problem. Yep. I like to gather things. I'm a collector of assorted goods. Clutterer. Trying to get all the words out that aren't hoarder. Keeper of awesomeness.
So although Danielle is entertaining and funny, she does seem to have an issue with holding on to things a little bit longer than she should. Danielle calls herself a hoarder, but is she? Wikipedia defines hoarding disorder as a mental disorder characterized by persistent difficulty in parting with possessions and engaging in excessive acquisition of items that are not needed or for which no space is available. So, with that definition, I'll let you decide.
This is what I'm talking about. Here we go.
I just recently came across these cleaning videos. I just didn't know that was a thing. People using YouTube to hold them accountable. It's actually quite fascinating. Danielle allows herself to be accountable to her followers. Her hope is to gain a community of other collectors and they support each other in their decluttering journey. I just don't know how I feel about that. But I guess it doesn't really matter how I feel about it if it works for Danielle and her YouTube cleaning crew followers. Then I love it.
What you saw here was I have been doing this for about 6 months on Instagram, but I just haven't shown my face yet. And I need some accountability because in the last 6 months, I have done a lot, but I also haven't given it my all. And I feel like if I give it my all, we could do this. I could do this.
I have never been to Danielle's house in person, but she must go all out on the holiday decorations.
What we're gonna do real quick is start with putting away the Halloween and Thanksgiving stuff. It's November 27th.
Kind of concerns me about watching Danielle is that things just get moved around a lot and sometimes moved out, but not enough moving out. Let me move this to the basement, or let me put this over here to take it to recycling. Not enough, let me throw this away.
Last night we got everything packed up and now we are going to take them down to the basement where everything is stored. Not everything, obviously there's stuff all over the place, but lots of stuff down there too. So
Before we go into the next clip, let me forewarn you, you'll see the cutest kid with the best cheeks ever. Anywho, let's take a look at Danielle's storage area. Going forward, we will call this Bin City.
everything down and put it in its proper place. So, short story long. Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Goal 1, no more bins in the basement. Or if you take a bin in the basement, you have to take one out of the house. Also, I would ask Danielle what she would do with that living space if it weren't full of bins and boxes. Looks like it might be a livable space if it weren't cluttered. Or so now we're going to fast forward years.
His January challenge of last year was to get the kitchen done. So I'm going to do that challenge this year. We're already halfway through the month, so what could go wrong?
We see that Danielle hasn't quite wrapped her arms around the collecting issue. Just like many of us, she made a resolution and her goal is to clean the kitchen. Danielle is doing the right thing by tackling one small area at a time so she doesn't get overwhelmed. Let's see how it goes. Goal 2 for Danielle is to clean the stove.
I start on the stove and go right to left.
Okay, again, lots of moving stuff around, not very much throwing away. Also, Danielle does a lot of YouTube live videos, and sometimes she gets distracted with fixing the camera and interacting with subscribers. I would ask Danielle, what's her priority? Is it to interact with their community or to get the house clean? So she can create content by just recording the video while she's cleaning. She can interact with her community after she has cleaned. Subconsciously, she may be choosing to go live just to have that distraction.
Just gonna put this fruit basket. We got some grapefruits also. I haven't had a grapefruit since I was paleo last time, so it'll be interesting to try. But I need grapefruit. Too many apples. Too many apples. There. And I am going to put it over here. But that's where I always put my fruit stuff, is on this counter. So I'm going to go with that.
That chair there is going to make me mad. I know it already.
Don't know really. I think I see a yes.
No, please don't sit. Get that chair out of there. There's nothing worse than sitting while you are working. Okay, let's hear Danielle's strategy for cleaning this stove. I feel a case of over-analysis paralysis coming on.
And I'm going to start in one spot. I'm starting right here on this part of the stove. And then I'm going to go around. So in my dining room, I did that and it worked really well. And I went around several times, kind of like the onion. You know how they say decluttering is like an onion, but I just did it like all at one time.
The onion method for cleaning clutter. Danielle did a pretty good job of explaining the onion method. First, you get rid of anything that's garbage. Secondly, you get rid of someday items. Items you aren't using now but might use someday. I guess you could keep some of the someday items. Then she pairs this with the left to right method. You simply clean left to right.
Just to get through the layers of stuff. And so I'm going to use that kind of, I did like that, the left to right or right to left. I like left to right, but it wasn't working with my internet.
For me, Danielle's composting, reselling, and recycling is part of the problem. In this next clip, she's taking old food and putting it in the bowl for composting. This could have been phase 1 of the onion method and gone to the garbage. Sometimes we have to save ourselves before we can save the planet. Maybe one of her long-term goals could be to declutter the home and start back composting once she has a system for keeping the house clean. This was like 15 minutes of dealing with old food that still ended up staying in the house.
Flop everywhere. So that's what I'm going to do. We have chicken stuff from last night. Some people say you can compost meat. Some people say you can't. I don't know. I don't know. This is just going to go to the trash. It's grease, unfortunately. So This is some not potato salad. Cottage cheese. That is extra cottage cheesy now. Rinse that out. A whole bunch of expired fruit. My kids went to eat it and they're like, "Oh, this doesn't taste very good." And I'm like, "Let me look at the date." This one says March 23. Like, if you guys would have ate it when you were supposed to eat it, it wouldn't be bad. November 23, that one's not that bad. I'm tripping out. I'm hearing myself on the computer over there. I thought I had myself on mute. Okay, that's better. Now I don't have to be like, is somebody really outside? That's what I just did. That one's not coming off. Nope. Not today. It said not today. And we got the flour in mind that we might do banana bread. So I'm not getting rid of these ones yet. Need to go check on the, whew, shouldn't have done that. Some tuna salad leftovers. Cheese bread is what my job calls it. It's actually pretty good. I like it, but I left it out too long, and you know, you don't really want to take a whole bunch of chances on the tea. Michaela? While I'm in the composting mode, I am really quick gonna grab, I know there's two things in the fridge. Michaela? I don't know why there's a bowl of eggs in there. Interesting. I was wondering where my bowls went. I grabbed 3 things from the fridge. I'm gonna focus on my one spot. I just gotta focus on a few other little quick things, you know? Just add to the pile. I'm not a very good rule follower anyhow, so I'm sticking to the idea, not the rules. Spaghetti pie left over from Christmas. Sad that I can't eat it. So good. But I didn't eat it, so let's not be that sad. Now I'm getting really hungry, actually. I haven't eaten anything but those Reese's. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I took the air conditioner out of the window and it's just chilling right there. Yeah. Okay, so this needs to go to the sink area. This needs to stick around with me.
So now we're to the big reveal. Would you like to see what Danielle's stove looks like? Here we go.
Of stuff. I do need to also focus on this area too, though, because that's part of the like major annoyance to me is the floor.
The stove looks pretty much the same. Health and wellness coaches allow people to set their own goals, but clearly Danielle needs a reset. 5 years on YouTube and she's still dealing with clutter. I certainly know this isn't an issue resolved overnight, but she's going to have to do something different if she wants different results. Maybe one of Danielle's goals should be to talk to a therapist to get to the root of why she has a problem getting rid of things. And sometimes we call our hoarding something else like recycling, animal rescue, composting, or something else. In the words of Miss Van Zant, let's call a thing a thing. In conclusion, I wish Danielle the best of luck on her decluttering journey. And Danielle, if you would like some coaching, reach out. I'm here. Also, if any of you would like health and wellness coaching for any issues like career, finances, weight loss, clutter, you can find me on Instagram. If you are a health and wellness coach, check out my health and wellness coach log, which helps you structure your coaching interviews and keep track of client progress. There's a link to the log in the description. Please like, share, and subscribe to get notified of new content and my next coaching session. Thanks for watching.